State Showdown.
Oh, God.
All right.
Here we go.
We've talked multiple times on this podcast and with some of you all about what is really the best state for being a car enthusiast. Now, you can't really quantify it, but we're going to try. So we identified through our discussions, through discussions in our comments, the key tenets to what makes a state a good place to own a car. And some of these are weighted more heavily than others. So the top of this list is going to be weighted the highest, and the least are going to be at the bottom. And then in addition to that, there's also some intangibles. So days of sunshine, the average annual amount of rain you get, the days of snow you get, how the road quality ranks, not the scenery, but how well the roads are maintained. What is their generalized attitude toward car modifications? So we looked at things like window tint, we looked at exhaust, we looked at ECUs and tuning. Are they in the salt belt? Is your car going to rust? What are the gas prices? Private tax rate? What's the dealer tax rate? Is this one of the CARB states? Because some states don't get some of the cool stuff that other states get because they're not CARB compliant. Insurance costs, registration costs. How many official racetracks are in the state? What the speeding ticket cost looks like, toll facilities, speed cameras, inspections and emissions requirements, and whether or not you need a front plate on your car.
Yeah, the front plate thing matters for sure.
Yeah, so these are ranked on weighted scores, and we gave each one a letter grade, and it kind of gives us a starting point for discussion. That's not to say definitively like, oh, no, hey, now we know which is the best one. This is just to kind of start the discussion, and from there, there's a bunch of intangibles like what's the scenery like, what's the regulatory climate like, what are some good driving roads on there, what's the car event and like car culture like in the state.
Yeah.
First up, we have a bracket, and the very first pairing on the bracket, this is totally random, is Nevada versus Vermont. So let me tell you guys the pros and cons of Nevada, then I want to hear what your thoughts are on the state. And Jordan, you've lived there, so you can kind of give us some insight. This is the driest state in the country, even drier than Arizona, the least amount of rainfall a year. So that's giving you the most amount of time to be out on the road. Minimal amount of snow, just 15 days of snow per year. That's really only in the northern part. The southern half of the state, you can drive all year. Even in the dead of winter, you can drive all year. Low average yearly registration cost of $49. They don't salt the roads, of course. There's, as far as driving roads are concerned, there's Lake Tahoe, Eastern Shore Drive, Mount Charleston, Red Rock Canyon. And then as far as raceways go, there's a handful of them. Obviously, Las Vegas International Speedway. The F1 circuit has been coming to Vegas. Overall, as far as pros go, we gave this one a C-, coming in 23rd overall when evaluating all those metrics. Cons, 5th highest gas prices in the country, 7th highest insurance cost, over $1,000 to insure your car on average. And then the highest car tax rate in the country, a full % higher than California, actually, when you buy a car in Nevada. What are your thoughts?
The top of my list for any of these is going to be whether or not my car is going to rust into nothing. And if the answer to that is yes, if you use it, and no, if you don't, then the state that does not have snow is going to win. So Nevada takes it just immediately on that. And yeah, there's some downsides here with the costs, but
It either rusts or you can only use it half the year or
Right.
a third of the year or something like that.
If you have an enthusiast car that you want to drive, you're not driving it in the snow.
the car will turn to rust if you use it in the winter. And two, in Nevada, you can use it in the winter.
I, like you guys, grew up in the desert, and so I don't really appreciate the kind of beauty that can be found in the desert. I think the same way other people do. Like my wife, she thinks Arizona's gorgeous in a way that
We're desensitized to
I
it.
just never will. Vermont is beautiful. I mean, Vermont is gorgeous. It's really, really beautiful. I'll tell you, the worst is the Mid-Atlantic. Maryland's got to be down towards the bottom, I have to assume.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that's an intangible, you know? Is it worth that beauty in exchange for not being able to use it?
If you
all
grew
year?
up in Nevada, maybe it would be. But if you grew up in Vermont, maybe Nevada would be what you're looking for.
Could be. Grass is always greener.
I have a thought on this, though, which is I've been to the Cars and Coffee in my area, so like Northern Virginia and stuff like that. I don't know if you know about this, but the federal government basically runs out of Northern Virginia, which means there's a lot of money there.
Really?
Yeah. A lot,
So
of,
the
your,
cars are really
a lot
nice.
of your money, actually.
Yeah.
The cars are really nice. And so even though Maryland and Virginia on a quantifiable list may not rank very highly, there's enough people that earn a good enough income in that DMV area that you see a lot of pretty intense cars.
Yeah.
And so the car scene is still cool.
I don't know if I would call that cool. I would much rather see a well-kept Volvo station wagon than another McLaren.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not just McLarens. It's just like there's tons of cool stuff because there's a lot
Things
of
you don't see every
disposable
day.
income.
Yeah.
You see those. And you see JDM imports.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. One other thing that I think isn't listed here is the military base co-location. Because near military bases, you get a lot of vehicle imports. Because
A lot of foreign cars.
A lot of foreign cars, because when you do a PCS, a permanent change of station, they will ship your vehicle. And as long as the vehicle passes U.S. import, they'll ship it and import it for you. They'll pay for it. So a lot of guys ship in there, from Japan, their Chasers and Silvias and GTRs, they'll ship to the U.S. out of, basically no money out of pocket to them. In D.C., in San Diego, you see a lot of foreign vehicles from people that were stationed overseas.
Vermont has a couple other benefits as well. It's the third lowest insurance cost on average, and also the third best in overall road quality. Not very many racetracks. I think there's only 3 in the state, official racetracks, including the Thunder Road International Speed Bowl. Yeah, cons, this is deep in the Salt Belt. It's also the third most days of snow per year, behind only like Alaska and Maine, maybe. Yeah, it's also second to last on the number of sunny days you get per year. And overall, according to the quantifiable metrics we looked at, we gave it an F, coming in at number 45. So, all right, when we look at these side by side, this is what we got. Overall, Nevada, on these quantifiable metrics, scores a lot higher, but there's things that you can't really quantify, like the car scene is probably a lot more. I mean, honestly,
Vegas has super cool cars.
In Vegas, what you see on the road are the rich guy go fast cars, the Huracans.
People are there for a week.
Right.
They want to rent a Lamborghini. And
they go to Exotic Motors, rent it or Turo or something, and rent it for a week.
I did see, when I was living there, a minivan on 20-inch rims that were chrome.
I think you get that in Vermont too.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I've seen the SNL bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Vermont is the whitest state in the union. Probably don't, actually.
You probably don't.
Out of these, what are you thinking? I'm kind of leaning toward Nevada, but
I'd say hard Nevada.
I'm such a contrarian. I've never lived in Vermont. I don't even know if I've ever been to Vermont. I
imagine it's similar.
It's
a little colder.
Similar to, like, I've been to New Hampshire and I've been to Syracuse, and I'm sure it's pretty similar to that. I wouldn't want to live in Nevada.
That's a separate question, though.
It's a separate question. Is it a better car state? Nevada's probably a better car state.
Yeah, all things equal, maybe just because it's different.
Yeah.
I'd be like, because I've been to Nevada hundreds of times,
Yeah.
I've been to Vegas lots of times, so it's not new to me. Whereas Vermont would be like, oh, that'd be cool, but
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as what's a better just car state, regardless of where you want to live,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I got to give it to Nevada.
Yeah, Nevada's probably a better car state. I have to agree.